Hi everyone, welcome to ProjectArt Online. My name is Arantxa Rodriguez, or Teacher A, and I teach in New York City, Forest Hills Library. So today we're gonna learn how to do inflatable paint. For this activity, most importantly, we need shaving cream. Does not matter the brand, does not matter if it's for men or women, we just need shaving cream. We also need school glue, the classical white school glue, that one. Doesn't matter the brand either. We need food colors. For this activity, you can also use paint, but honestly, I like better how it comes out with food colors. As many colors that you want. Little plates, so we can mix our colors. And I'm gonna use a spoon to stir, but it can be any little stick that you find. Of course, we need paper that we're gonna work on, and we might need a pencil, but this is not really necessary. I'm gonna explain to you why, because you can go freehand with your paint or you can do an outline, okay? So I'm gonna start drawing something that we're gonna be covering in our inflatable paint. Okay, so I am going to draw a flower. Just to use as an example, you don't need to do a flower, you can do anything you want. I bet that you can do a much prettier flower than me. Okay, so we have our drawing now, and you can do as much details as you want. We're gonna put this aside because we're gonna start mixing. So we're gonna get our little buckets, our little plates, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the shaving cream. Okay, once we have our shaving cream, we're gonna put some glue. Really, the amount of glue that you put, it's just like a matter of taste. You feel it, if it's too much glue or too little glue. Okay, we have our glue, and now we're gonna put our color. So this food coloring, we don't need that many drops. If we put like 3 or 2 drops, that's more than enough. Now that we have our colors ready, we are going to start putting it in our paper. I like doing it with my fingers, but you can use a paintbrush if you want, or the same thing that you use to stir the paint. So yeah, if you have a tissue, as I told you, this is just an example, but you can use whatever figure that you want. You don't even have to outline it, that's what I was saying. I'm just using the pencil to do a little outline, but honestly, you can go solo without any outlining whatsoever. Also, you can go as chunky as you want. If you see here, this side, I did it like way more chunky than the other side. You can also experiment. Art is about experimenting, so please experiment as much as you can. It looks almost like cake frosting. Okay, I'm gonna use another color. You see, so here I'm not outlining anymore. I just decided to go for it. I'm gonna do some little leaves. I'm gonna do a happy face. Now let's do some clouds. Okay, so we finished the first one. We're gonna do another one, okay? Okay, something that's very important is once your painting is finished, you have to leave it in a flat surface and do not touch it for like a week. Leave it like that. If you have cats or any other type of pet that could like eat it or go on top of it, make sure that it's put away somewhere safe where nobody's gonna touch this painting, okay? So now we're gonna do another drawing. This time I'm not gonna outline anything. I'm gonna go a little bit crazy, and we're also gonna do color mixing, okay? If we mix yellow and blue, we get the color green. Let's see if this is true. So I'm gonna do a little spiral. It's super nice to work with this paint because it's like, I don't know, like if you were working with a cloud. It's super fun and it smells good as well. Okay, so now I'm gonna get my glue. Let's see what happens. So yeah, you can slightly notice that my blue and my yellow are getting a little bit greenish. You could also mix the colors separately and get another shade of green. Okay, I'm gonna grab a little bit more yellow. super mixing. Here you can go super crazy, because when it dries, it's gonna look really cool. So can you notice that my blue and my yellow are turning like a kind of like aqua green? Now, what happens if we mix yellow and red? Let's try that experiment. I'm gonna put another spiral right next to it. Okay, so here we are putting it another level because we don't want our red to mix with what we already did with the blue, right? So let's try to be as careful as we can. This also helps us practice our patience, get to know our materials better, and also it helps us see what we really like. Okay. So now I'm gonna put a little bit of yellow in my red and see what happens. Okay, so now that we have this, we are going to go a little bit more crazy. And I'm gonna get my green, and I'm gonna do a little bit of stripes here in the middle. So what's interesting about this is that all the colors are mixing together in my lines, but there's parts that become more fluffy. Those parts, let them dry, because they're gonna add texture to your drawing. And then with the paint that you have left over, you can literally do splatter. So this looks a little bit like a firework. I honestly didn't know what it was gonna come out like. You can also experiment like that. It's nice just going a little bit crazy with the paint sometimes. So, of course, the class was to explain how to do this, but you, with all the time in the world at home and with all the patience, I bet that you can do something way more cooler than what I just did. And don't forget to leave it aside to dry. Do not touch it for a week, and come back in a week and see how your drawing looks. Thank you so much for having joined us today. If you share your pictures, do not forget to tag @ProjectArtUSA or use the hashtag ProjectArtOnline. My name is Arantxa Rodriguez, Teacher A, and thank you so much. Have a great day.